Good evening, guys, and thank you very much. Um, yes, I was just talking to Pauline. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to going away next week to have a break. I haven't had a break for a while, and I've been doing this. But thank you very much to everybody who, for the last year, actually kind of like been on here, and you're not just helping me, but you're just helping other people who couldn't get out of their homes, and you all needed a great big applause. So thank you for that. Anyway, I've got Pauline Vallance here. Pauline, how are you?
I'm all right, thank you. Yeah, just I've been away and I've been back about a week now, but I was away for about 2 weeks, so feel a bit recharged.
Is that work or just going away?
Well, it was work, but there was a lot of time in between. So I was on a tour with a trio that I sing in. We're called
Yeah.
Came, and we were away for 2 weeks, but in that we had maybe about 5 gigs. So there was a lot of time in between to just relax as well. So it was really really good, and quite a lot of the time I was based in London, so I was able to stay with my sister who lives down there. So I got a lot of chance to see her and her family. So it was just ideal, lots of time to just explore different places. But we also had some really nice gigs as well. So it was just great. Felt really good afterwards.
You should come down the southwest. You'll love it down here.
Yeah. So I'm just going to turn up my. Don't know if I can turn up my volume on this. But I'm hearing it a wee bit quiet. Oh, that's it. Okay. Sorry, I missed what you said there, Steve. Sorry.
Yeah. I was saying that you should come down the southwest. It's really nice down here.
It sounds it. Yes. Do you know? I'm not even sure where exactly you are. It's funny. You meet all these folk online, and I actually have no idea where they are,
Well,
like in the
do you
country.
know?
Where are you?
Have you ever heard of Exeter?
Oh yes, I've heard of Exeter.
Yes, I'm near there.
Okay.
I will
Lovely.
tell you off. I will tell you offline in a minute. All right. I've got to be, no, honestly, I've got to be careful what I'm trying to. I don't worry. I am not a convict. I'm careful what I'm saying.
But that
Yeah.
sounds lovely. I mean, if you know of any, places I could approach to look for gigs or anything like that, that would be great because it's obviously easier to travel if I have a gig down there. So let me know if there's anywhere you think would like my special brand of, some serious songs, some nonsense, and I'll see what I can do about getting down
You
there.
should have told me that, but what you should have told me that about that. He come down this end.
Mm,
I will speak to some people and see what we can do
that would be
for you.
great.
Okay.
Really appreciate that.
So you did it. Did you say that you did a tour?
Yes, yes, we were on tour. I mean, it sounds very grand, but as I say, yes, the trio that I'm in, we had um, we did four gigs as the trio, and I did an extra wee slot as a solo as well. So it was a tour. There was a couple of gigs cancelled for COVID related reasons, which I think is happening a lot these days. But yeah, so yeah, we were on tour. Yes, it sounds very grand. It wasn't like hotels and chucking TVs into swimming pools or anything like that. I was, as I say, most of the time I was staying with my sister, so it was, but it was really good. Yeah.
All right. So you wasn't kind of like causing trouble then.
No, no trouble at all. We were very well behaved.
Well done. Well done.
Yes.
Well done. And you didn't do any rave parties that night.
No rave parties. No, parties consisted of a bit of a glass of wine and some chocolate when I got back to where I was staying, mainly. So yes, very well behaved.
Well done. Well done. Um, what's your first song going to play for us tonight?
Well, I stupidly have never made a note of the songs that I've done for you guys, so I might well have done this before, but I'll do
We
a
don't mind.
mixture.
We love it.
Oh, good. Well, I'm going to do one called "It Is What It Is" because it's quite lively and it's quite a nice one to start the set off with, and then I'll see where we go after that. So "It Is What It Is," written in collaboration with my writer friend Rakesh, and it's the first track on the album that we brought out a few months ago, and the album's called Blue Leaves. So here we go. It is what it is. We are who we are. If you're feeling down, just look up at the stars. It is what it is. We are who we are. If you're feeling down, just look up at the stars. Be happy with what you have, don't look for lottery wins. If life gives you a hit, just take it on the chin. It is what it is, we are who we are. If you're feeling down, just look up at the stars. Go on and catch each day and grab it by the neck. You know it will not return like Tyrannosaurus Rex. It is what it is, we are who we are. If you're feeling down, just look up at the stars. If life's against you, just look it in the eye and give it your best smile and watch your tremors fly. It is what it is, we are who we are. If you're feeling down, just look up at the stars. Try and keep it simple and keep it monochrome. Who needs to travel when life's so good at home? It is what it is, we are who we are. If you're feeling down, just look up at the stars. It is what it is, we are who we are. If you're feeling down, just look up at the stars. It is what it is, we are who we are. If you're feeling down, just look up at the stars. It is what it is, we are who we are. If you're feeling down, just look up at the stars. It is what it is, we are who we are. If you're feeling down, just look up at the stars. It is what it is, we are who we are. If you're feeling down, just look up at the stars.
Brilliant, really good.
Thank you.
Where did you get the idea for that song to?
Well, that was one that I wrote with my writer friend Rakesh. So he actually wrote the words, and I think the words came to him sitting at his local pub about a year ago, maybe just over a year ago. So he sent me the words, and I came up with the tune fairly quickly. It just seemed kind of quite a bright and lively tune, and one that people could join in with if you actually have an audience there. So I have had people joining in with that one. So yeah, so that's where that one came from.
Yeah, I was joining in. I don't know if you've been hearing my claps and everything.
Good.
What else you could sing first now?
Okay, now I have a feeling this next one. Now I'll tell you why I'm what to do this one. Last Thursday I was doing a special live stream. It was on a group called Jessie's Wells Songwriters Club, and it was a meet the songwriter session. So I had a whole hour to do all my own songs and to talk a bit about them. So recently I've been doing a lot of the songs that I've written. Most recently, that's what I've tended to do. But doing that live stream made me go back and revisit sort of earlier songs. So I'm going to sing a song from my first CD. I have a feeling, I think I maybe did this one. This might have been the first song that I ever did for you guys way back in the day. I don't know when was the first time I was on your show? It was several months ago. I don't remember.
Another 3 weeks time. You've been with us for a year.
A year? Oh my God. I have a feeling this next song was the first one I did, and I think I did it because it's quite harpy sounding. I thought it would be a good way of introducing the harp. So it's a song called Two Sugars.
Yeah.
And yes, I think I did do it. And it's kind of about what happens in a relationship when the relationship's over and you sometimes become strangers when you were like really close. So but slightly more somber song than the other one. So it's called Two Sugars, and I'll do it for you now. sugars in your coffee. You like your whiskey neat. At least that's what I remember when we two strangers meet. Like to lie on the right side. I knew your favorite book. There's much more to remember. I'm scared to take a look. That pot is mine. Remember when I burnt the casserole? The rug is yours. I wouldn't have kept something worn and old. The CD player is mine, I'm sure you know, but not the Bowie records. Mine had much more soul. You take the couch, the springs are gone. You jumped on it too long, but my auntie brought the cushion covers home from Hong Kong. No, really, take the toolkit, I will be fine, but not the screwdrivers, surely they are mine. We used to talk of the future, what we dreamed it would hold. Thought that we'd be together right through growing old. What happened to change things? When did love turn to hate? Is it just blind indifference? Now your habit's just great. That pot is mine. Remember when I burnt the casserole? The rug is yours. I wouldn't have kept something worn at all. The CD player is mine, I'm sure you know, but not the Bowie records. Mine had much more soul. You take the couch, the springs are gone. You jumped on it too long. When my auntie brought the cushion covers home from Hong Kong. No, really, take the toolkit, I will be fine, but not the screwdrivers, surely they are mine. Two sugars in your coffee. Two sugars in your coffee.
Brilliant. Well done.
Thank you.
2 sugars in your coffee, folks. There you go. When you started playing the harp, and how long did it take you to get used to it?
Okay, I started playing, and I keep losing track because I'm feeling this last year was a kind of missing year. But I think roughly about 14 years ago, I had played other instruments, which makes it a wee bit easier. I had played the piano years ago, but was never that comfortable with the piano. And I played the flute, which was my main instrument for years. But I learned at a group session where they provided the harps, so you didn't have to kind of invest in one first. And right away, the minute I kind of touched the harp, I actually felt really comfortable with it. I just really liked the way you kind of sit with your arms around it, and it just seemed to make sense to me. I liked the way it was laid out, kind of like a keyboard on its side. I know you can't really see it from the way,
Yeah.
yeah. But so I felt comfortable with it right away, and I ended up buying this harp from one of the women in the group like really quickly, and I didn't even attend the group that often, so I didn't have a lot of lessons. I enjoyed messing around because it freed me up to do the songwriting. I wasn't trying to fit into anybody else's kind of patterns or anything. So I started songwriting, and within about a week of buying this harp, I actually did a gig with playing some very simple arrangements. So I felt comfortable with it right away. It was one of those things. Some instruments you just feel drawn to, and I think that was one of those. So right away, I was writing songs and doing gigs. I hadn't written songs before, so this really started me off on that. So that's yeah, felt comfortable right away. I really did.
Hmm. How do when you go out do your concerts and stuff? How does that how does the audience, sorry, and react to you when you're playing the harp?
Hmm. Well, usually quite positively. I suppose most people, it's still quite an unusual instrument to see, although I think more people should play it, obviously. But yeah, audiences tend to be really receptive of it and enjoy it, and they usually, come up and tell me at the end that they enjoy it. To be quite honest, I look at it, I mean, it just happens to be the instrument I play, and I use it mainly for song accompaniment, although I do, do some instrumental gigs as well. But I'm most comfortable doing songs, and really, it could be anything that I'm playing. For me, it's the song that's important, and
Hmm.
that's what I'm trying to communicate to the audience. So hopefully, they're responding to the song, and it just so happens that I'm playing it on the harp. But they do, yeah. But people do like the fact that I'm playing the harp, and it's a wee bit unusual. So that's nice too.
I've got a question here. It says, is that harp so big that you can't get it in the car?
Well, this one fits in quite easily. Actually, I've got a fairly small car. I've got a Hyundai i10, if that means anything to you, and it fits on the back seat. Or you can also put the back seat down and fit it in from the back. Now, for a few years, I did drive bigger cars because I just thought that I would need a bigger car for transporting the harp. But the first time I put it in the smaller car, it fitted in no bother. It's not the big concert harp, and I think you do need a big car for those. It's medium sized, and it fits in the back seat of a small car, or as I say, you can put the back seat down and just put it through from the back. So it fits in not too bad. It's just the right size.
Graham wants to know, with the insurance, is the insurance expensive for the harp?
It's not too bad. I'm a member of the musicians union, so you get instrument insurance through that. So it's okay. I mean, I think it just that the insurance through the musicians union I think just covers it. I suppose if it was an incredibly expensive harp, then that you might have to pay extra for that. But for this harp, it's not too bad. It's just about, yeah. I get it through the musicians union, which is well worth it, obviously, because you get all sorts of other benefits as well. So that's what I do.
Oh, right, okay. How many hats have you got, Pauline, from Shirley?
How many hats? Aha. What a great question. Not as many as people think. People think I have a huge amount of hats. I change the look of them sometimes by adding, oh, I've got a scarf on this one today and a wee scarf pin. I mean, I could count them up. I mean, I don't think I've got more than 10, actually. Maybe I've got slightly more than that. Um, yeah, maybe slightly more than that, but not much more. Yeah, I've got a bowler hat. I've got one with a wide brim. I've got, yeah, I mean, I'll say 10 to 12, but not any more than that. One or two of the hats lend themselves quite well to being messed around with safety pins. I've got a big one that looks almost like a big top hat, but it's quite soft, so you can pin bits back and you can squash bits
Oh,
down.
yeah, yeah.
I had it looking like a gondolier's hat in a couple of videos because I just squashed the top bit down. So it's amazing what you can do with a couple of scarves and a couple of safety pins. That makes all the difference. So I'll say 10 to 12, not as many as you would think.
Okay. On your album, what is your favorite song? And that's from Mike.
Ooh, that is a really good question, and it's a really tricky one to answer. I do like the one that I opened the show with. It is what it is because it's quite lively and upbeat. Um, but probably the next one I like after that is hmm, well, there's three I really like. The other one that I like after that is the title track, Blue Leaves, because it's just really nice to play and it just fits very nicely under the fingers. But I have to say that another one that I do really like is the last track on the album, which is called I Sing Because. And the reason I really like it is because when I wrote it, I was actually over in Oslo about a year ago visiting my daughter who lives there, and we recorded it together. So she harmonises with me on it, so it makes the song quite special. And we managed to record it for the album. She recorded over in Oslo because we haven't seen each other since then. She recorded over in Oslo and sent the recording, and we were able to put that on the album. And she's actually coming over, fingers crossed, this coming week. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to sing it again together or sing lots of things together. So that's a very special one because I associate it with getting together and harmonising with my daughter. So those
Yeah.
3 tracks, I would say, for different reasons.
I was going to say to you, does any of your children involved in music?
My daughter is. She plays a lot of instruments. It's not her profession, but she does. I mean, she does get gigs. She plays. I'll tell you some of the instruments she plays. She plays violin, guitar, mandolin, ukulele, bass guitar, trumpet, French horn. I mean, she can have a good go at the harp. There's other ones I'm not even sure of that she plays.
Oh,
Loads. So she's in a band over in Oslo, and she was in various bands and things when she lived here as well. So she's heavily involved in music. My son is musical but doesn't like performing. He plays occasionally just for his own sort of pleasure. Yep.
right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Can you do us another song?
I will indeed. Yeah, I think what I'll do is, well, because the last one was called Two Sugars, I'll do a song called In Among the Teacups.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I should do one of the songs I was just talking about, shouldn't I? No, I'll do this one, and then if we've got time, I might finish with one of the songs I was talking about. Let's see. So this
Okay.
is In
Brilliant.
Among the Teacups. So I wrote this one back in January when you couldn't go out to cafes and things, not even outside. And obviously now you can, which is great. But this is kind of about cafe life. Again, I might well have done it before here because for some reason I haven't been writing down the songs I've done in your show. I just do whatever I feel like on the day.
I
So
don't mind. Yeah.
this is called In Among the Teacups. Tear-soaked tissues lie piled up beside the plate, surrounded by the food they never ate, delivering a bombshell along with soup and toast. Her world had crumbled, and now she's lost among the teacups and the formica tabletops. Sorry. Her fingers moving fast. Oh, I've forgotten the words of this verse. The laptop is clutching, her fingers moving fast. The novel's taking shape. She'll see if she is lost. She has no idea which words will stay or go, but she'll always remember it started there among the teacups and the formica tabletops. All life is there in among the tea and coffee. It's all played out among the crumbs and the steam. Trying not to listen to the nearest conversation and finding out what's on the surface is never what it seems. In among the teacups. Mavis and Suzanne, they meet here every week, telling of their fears, the things they daren't speak to anyone else as they share a rich cream spoon. What would they do without the chapter in among the teacups and the formica tabletops? Gal all dressed up, his best suit and tie, prepared as best he can, although his mouth is dry. This could be his boss, who's offering to pour before she starts the interview. There among the teacups and the formica tabletops. All life is there in among the tea and coffee. It's all played out among the crumbs and the steam. Trying not to listen to the nearest conversation and finding out what's on the surface is never what it seems. In among the teacups, la 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 in among the teacups. La 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 la.
Well done. Love that song. Love it.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Have you got another CD coming out soon?
Well, I'm in the process of recording. It's taking a while because this one has a producer. I got funding for this one from Creative Scotland, which I was delighted about. So I've got a producer, but and there's other instruments being added to it, but they're all, what's happening is the tracks are being sent to them and then they work on it and send it back. But so given that everybody's getting a bit busier, it's taking a while. I am hoping it might be out before the end of the year, but I'm not actually going to put a date on it. The album's not actually got a title yet. I might call it The World's a Gift, but I'm not 100% sure. And it's been produced by a wonderful guy called James Grant, who was in quite a famous Scottish book called Love and Money. So later this year, I hope it'll be out when it's out, I think is the way to deal with that.
Okay, brilliant. And the last question is for today is if you wasn't playing the harp, I've got somebody on here called Martin, and he says, "Can you ask Pauline if she wasn't playing the harp, what would she like to play instead?"
Instead, I mean, I do also play the flute, which I love playing. So I can't play them both together, but I do love playing the flute. Do you know? I don't know. I honestly don't know. There's a wee instrument called the thumb piano or the mbira, and I do like it. I don't play it properly, but I've actually messed around with one and got ideas for some of my songs.
Sorry, Pauline, is that the one that goes on your lap and you play it?
I'm not sure what goes in your lap. Most people kind of hold it and you just play it with your thumbs.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So I would probably like to play that. It's a lovely instrument. Apart from that, I don't know. That's probably the one I would want to play.
Do you want to play that song for us before we go?
Yes. Yes. Well, actually, I might do. I Sing Because. Did we finish it? Sorry, did we finish dead on the half hour, or do we go over the half hour just to check my time?
Don't worry about it. We go over it. Don't worry.
Right. Well, I'll sing I Sing Because I don't think I've done that for a wee while, and that's the one I do sing with my daughter. But yes, so I'll sing a wee bit of that one. So I Sing Because this is the last track on the album Blue Leaves.
Thank you.
I do not sing to woo your heart, nor do I sing to win your trust. I simply sing because I must. I simply sing because I must. I do not sing to praise the Lord, nor do I sing to spread the word. I simply sing 'cause life's absurd. I simply sing 'cause life's absurd. I do not sing to pay my bills. I do not sing to gather wealth. I simply sing for better health. I simply sing for better health. I do not sing 'cause life is good, nor do I sing 'cause life is sad. I sing because it makes me glad. I sing because it makes me glad. I do not sing to change my fate, nor do I sing to lessen hate. I sing because it's truly great. I sing because it's truly great. I do not sing to woo your heart, nor do I sing to win your trust. I sing because, simply sing, because I must. I simply sing because I must. I simply sing because I must.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pauline. As always, thank you very much for coming on.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Cheers. See you again. Bye bye.
Bye bye.